Hey, peace. Welcome back to another episode of the Money Codes. This is Joel here to give you today's Money Code Fix. It's been a minute since I did my last video, so I want to jump right into today's topic. I want to go over Navy Federal's business credit card. So a little while back, I went over several of their personal credit cards. I went over the sign-on bonuses, the introductory rates, all the offers, as it was up to date as of that recording. However, I got a couple of questions about Navy Federal's business credit card product. Now, this particular card is a little bit controversial. I'm going to go over the reasons why some people love it, some people aren't so much a big fan of this card. Me, myself, I'm kind of in the middle. I'm not a huge fan. However, there are some good things about this product, primarily the 25,000 credit limit. As always, Navy Federal always offers very generous credit limits. This is no exception. However, let's break down a little bit deeper the good, the bad, the ugly. And by the end of this video, you're not going to only know all of the details, but I'm also going to walk you through the application process. And there's a little bit of a hiccup. There's a trip up where people seem to stumble over in the application process that will get you denied if you don't know what you're doing. So this is going to be a 1x points per dollar spent. Utilization is not going to report to your personal profile, but just know that any utilization, any spend, if you're maxing out your cards, you don't have to worry about that reporting to your personal credit profile. This business card is available as a Visa or MasterCard, and there is a $0 annual fee. The spending limit, as I mentioned before, goes up to 25,000. Now, this one that's not a bad credit limit. However, if you paid attention to any of the videos I did on the personal side, you've seen that many people have gotten this same credit limit, if not higher, on the personal cards. And with the personal cards, depending on when you're applying, you can probably get 0% introductory APR depending on the credit card products. You can get sign-up bonuses on the personal card, but with the business card, you're only getting the 1x point per dollar spent. You're not getting any sign-up bonuses, no rewards points. But for me, if I'm going the business card route, it's a little bit of a head scratcher why the personal cards are heavily outperforming the business side. So in the future, I would like Navy Federal to put a little bit more sauce on this particular credit card product. But regardless, let's go to the next page and I'm going to show you the necessary steps to go ahead and get this card. As with all of the Navy Federal credit card products or pledge loans, you have to be a Navy Federal Credit Union member. I've done several videos about how you can join. Some people are able to call and sign up directly. Some people are questioned and they have to verify the affiliation with the military, or your spouse or your person that you're living with is military affiliated. But regardless, you got to be a Navy Federal Credit Union member. Number two, you're going to have to fill out another application prior to actually applying for the credit card, and that's to become a business member. So you got to join Navy Federal, you have to do the application to become a business member, and then once you go through all those steps, then you'll be able to apply. Again, you can see how this is a little bit more tedious than applying for the Navy Federal personal cards. Number three, you need to have all of your corporate docs ready to go. If you have any questions on this, I'm going to link below the video that I did on the Business Credit Masterclass, where I go over how to get incorporated and how to get all the documentation that Navy Federal is going to ask you for. Watch that video if you are stuck and you're not sure how to maneuver. And then finally, about 48 hours after you do that application to become a business member, you need to call back Navy Federal, and they're going to do a process over the phone, which could take up to 1 hour. And that's where the sticky part happens. That's where people get tripped up on because they're going to ask you a particular question that may get you denied before you even apply. Again, I mentioned the personal cards outperforming it. It is a time-intensive process, as I mentioned before. After the application, you're going to have to get online again with the customer service rep to do the full process, the full application process. That can take up to an hour. And then from that point, you can go ahead and apply for the card, which is going to pull your TransUnion personal credit reports. So when you start off with the process, I got off the phone with Navy Federal. I told them I was interested in becoming a business member. They went ahead and sent me an email. It's going to look similar to this. You can see this email is from Navy Federal. They're going to tell me all the documents that I need. I need the good standing certificate. I need my tax ID number, and I need my fictitious name or certificate if I'm doing a DBA. Once I have all my paperwork ready to go, I'm going to click this link right here. It's going to take you to this page and it's going to go over the steps of everything that you need to know about this business credit card product, as well as how to apply. So as you scroll down, you can see we're on the Join Now section of the page. Step one, you got to make sure that you are a good standing member of Navy Federal. You're going to have to sign into your Navy Federal online portal. You're not going to be able to apply for the business membership if you do not have a Navy Federal online portal. You got to be a member. And then, as I mentioned in my slides, after 2 days after doing that application, go ahead and call this number, and a representative is going to walk you through that process. So let me go ahead and sign in, and I'm going to show you what the application looks like, the pre-application process, and I'm going to show you a particular point where you got to pay attention to because it's going to trip you up if you're not paying attention. All right, so now as you can see, I'm logged into my account. This is the page where you do the pre-application to become a business member. So everything here is going to be pretty straightforward. All I'm going to do is scroll down, select yes, hit start. So here's the actual pre-application form. You need to put in your legal name of business, your tax ID. Again, if you do not have your EIN number or your tax ID number, check out the video that I'm going to have linked below. I'll walk you through the entire process in less than about 45 minutes. You need to put the date the business was established. If you are a new corporation, that's still no problem. All this information is pretty straightforward. You want to put your business number, you want to put your email, your website address. And side note, anytime I talk about business products or doing application for business products, always remember, especially if you haven't watched that video, I always talk about how your business phone number, it needs to be registered. You need to have a business mailing address. You need to have a business website, a business phone number. You need to set yourself apart because Navy Federal, as well as other financial institutions, or when the underwriters are doing their preliminary investigation on what's going on with your business, you got to look the part. You got to make sure that if you're trying to get the maximum credit limits, whether it's Navy Federal or any other financial institution, you got to make sure all of your ducks are in a row. So make sure everything relating to your business, again, website, phone number, email, website, make sure that information is professional and use that information when you're doing your application. Now this right here, the NAICS code, if you watch the other video that I mentioned, this code is an easy way for the government as well as the banks to figure out what kind of category your business is in. The reason why they're checking for this is certain banks and certain institutions, they do not like lending to certain businesses if you're affiliated in a certain niche. So for example, right now, the medical marijuana business is booming. A lot of people are getting into the industry. Right now, a lot of lenders, they're a little bit hesitant to lend to those type of companies. Another one is real estate investors. If you are a real estate investor, you try to apply to traditional banks, you may have noticed that you're not going to get the same type of approvals compared to somebody that is doing, let's say, like a traditional brick and mortar shop. Certain industries, banks, credit unions, they're just scared of. Navy Federal is no exception. And I'll give you an example. The first go around when I did my pre-application, I wanted to get my business credit card for my YouTube channel, which is centered around education, content creation around credit repair, business funding, things of that nature. Once I told Navy Federal that information about the niche that I was in, they straight up told me that I could not become a business member under that corporation. And the reason that they gave me was my corporation is affiliated with the finance industry, so they couldn't open up that business account for me. So this right here is a real life case study on why that NAICS code is important, about why you need to be mindful of whatever industry that you are doing business in when you're trying to apply for these credit card products. Remember, these banks, these credit unions, these lenders, some of them are very scary. They don't want to touch certain industries. All right, so I think I've beaten that horse enough. You're going to go ahead and, again, put in all of your information, your estimated revenue. Is it local? Is it domestic? Is it international? And now towards the bottom, you're going to have to fund this account. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think the last time it was $275 to fund the account to open up your business membership. You can go ahead and put that amount here, whether that be cash check, internal account transfer, or over the phone. And then lastly, we put in our information as far as who's going to be a part of this business account. Do you own this company 100%? Are you 50-50 with your spouse or business partner? This is the information, or this is the section where you need to put in all that information. You're going to add the authorized signer, hit continue, and then at that point, you're going to be done. So as the instructions said, as soon as you hit continue, just wait about 48 hours, if not a little bit longer. Give them a call, and then they're going to finalize that process for you to create your business account. All right, so that is pretty much it. That is the information for the GoBiz rewards. You can see I'm back on their page. APR as low as prime plus 5.9%, $0 annual fee, and the one times point per dollar spent. Once again, not necessarily all the bells and whistles that you may be accustomed to with other credit card products. However, it's still a solid offering. This process is not as simple as other banks and even other Navy Federal products. But if you're willing to go through that process, if this is something that you're interested in, I highly recommend that you check this out. Do your homework and then let me know if you're somebody that already applied, if you have this business credit card already. Go down in the comments and let me know, let the community know your thoughts on it. Let me know if there's any changes, if there's anything about the data points that have changed at the time of this recording. Just go down in the comments, let me know, let the community know. And aside from that, hopefully you got a couple of gems from this. If you did, make sure to go ahead and like and subscribe. And I'm going to check you out in the next video. Peace.